Okay, students. So, today we will revise the last part of that chapter, that is coal and petroleum. So, everyone will follow the NCERT textbook, that is on the chapter that is coal and petroleum. On the last day, we have discussed about the petroleum. Okay, and can you tell me that what is the essential condition for destructive distillation? What is the or main characteristics of destructive distillation? Absence of air. And anyone can tell me what is fractional distillation? What is fractional distillation? Destructive distillation. This is used to produce coke from coal. Okay. Now today I will show you one. Yes, this is correct. Sneha Chandranath Roshni. Fractional distillation is the process in which we get many things from petroleum, is the separation of all parts of petroleum. Yes, fractional distillation is the process of distillation in which various parts of petroleum are separated by heating them to various boiling points. Yes, this is absolutely correct, the Roshni. Okay, so from coal to coke. Now here I will show you one flow chart that what are the byproducts we got from coal. Later on we will move to the natural gas which was left. Okay, now so first one, that is coal is there. When it is heated, it produces solid black residue. Here the process is destructive distillation. You can note also this black residue which is called as coke. This is around 70% of its mass. And the left part, that the right hand, will produce hot vapor. It will produce hot vapor. Now, these hot vapor are cooled and passed through water. These hot vapor cooled and passed through water, then it divided into two parts. One is insoluble gases, this is also called as coal gas. What does it contains? It basically contains hydrogen, methane, nitrogen. And the another one that is formed, it forms condensed liquid. It forms condensed liquid. Okay. Now this condensed liquid, if we allow to settle it, then it produces two parts. This condensed liquid, I am giving here one asterisk and writing here. So this condensed liquid settle, then it produces two parts. One part is called as liquor ammonia, the upper layer, the upper layer is Liker ammonia. And the lower layer will produce the thick coal tar. You cannot see the lower half. Okay. Now, up to that part you can see. Okay, after this, the two hands is there. The left hand having insoluble gases. Insoluble gases. The left arm having insoluble gases, that is also called coal gas, and its constituents are hydrogen, methane and nitrogen. Hydrogen, methane and nitrogen. Hydrogen, methane, nitrogen. And the another arm is condensed liquid. Another arm is condensed liquid, and after that condensed liquid you will continue that. The condensed liquid, when settled down, it will divided into two more parts. One is liker ammonia, another one is coal tar. So this part, how to produce ammonia from coal, that is, coal is destructive distilled, then it produces the coke and the hot vapor. This hot vapor is cooled and passed through water, then it divided into two parts. One is coal gas, another one is condensed liquid. When this condensed liquid is settled down, it produces two parts. That is, settled down means, suppose here the condensed liquid is kept at preliminary level. When it is settled down, it produces two layers. One is clear layer. This is the liker ammonia, and the solid black layer is coal tar. This is tar and this is ammonia. Okay. So this is the industrial process. Yes, in the lower half, another one is condensed liquid, and this condensed liquid when settled, now come here. The condensed liquid when settled, it produces liker ammonia, and in the another hand it is coal tar. Now these terms are known to you: the coal tar, the coke, the coal gas. These terms are known, but the another term, that is condensed liquid, liker ammonia, these are not known to you. Okay. Now we will move to the natural gas. Everyone completed this? Yes, this is okay. The definition of fractional distillation, which was inquired by Sneha, it is okay. That is, when the components are separated in their by their boiling points, by heating obviously, then it is called fractional fractional distillation. May I rub it? After ammonia, liker, Liquor, liker ammonia, or you can write ammonia solution also. So this is the total flow chart of products we got from coal. Completed everyone? Okay. Now another one flow chart for you. These are extra, this is not included in your syllabus, this is just to know about it. Another one flow chart on coal tar. Now when we have defined it as coal tar is the black thick liquid having unpleasant smell which is formed by the destructive distillation of coal. Okay, now coal tar is in the earlier days, coal tar, the use of coal tar was not known, so it is thrown out, that is it is no need for industrial purposes. But later on the chemist or the scientist discovered that it is not to throw, but it is a very important substance from which we can extract different compounds. Basically these are organic compounds or having aromaticity in this. Now let us look at this, that coal tar will produce the following substances, that is the carbolic oil, okay, at different temperature. Here we will apply fractional distillation, that is heating at different temperature, carbolic oil. Next one, cresol. These are all by the name of compound, cresol oil, anthracene oil, okay. Few more substances are there. Pitch, which was earlier used to surfacing the roads. Pyridine oil. So these are all different substances and they having also industrial applications. Naphthalene oil. So we know the smell of naphthalene, but we don't know the smell of anthracene. Carbolic acid, that is in general name it is phenol. Do you know what is carbolic acid? Yes, it is phenol. Now the cresol oil, that is cresol is an also aromatic compound. Anthracene oil, pitch, that surfacing of road. Pyridine oil, this is the basic in nature. And naphthalene oil, these are different substances at different temperature we got from coal tar. Okay, so this is the detailed study of coal. Next one, the uses of petroleum is given here also, that in the form of a table in your book in page number 60, that petroleum gas in liquid form, petrol, naphthalene oil. This is the class of anthracene oil, naphthalene, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax and bitumen. This bitumen we also got from petroleum. So from carbon, that is from coal, we got the pitch, but we got the bitumen which is nowadays used, which is the byproduct from petroleum. Okay. Next, what is natural gas? Now natural gas also is of hydrocarbon but of lightweight or carrying less number of carbon atom than that of the petroleum. Natural gas is very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning in homes and factories. Obviously, coal will produce more pollution. Coal. Why natural gas is important as fossil fuel? Fossil and fossil fuel. So the fossil is the impression, of the dead remains. It may be plants or animals. Now, these fossils, when they are in the earth crust, that is in the form of coal or in the form of petroleum, then it is also called as fossil. Okay. Now, fossil preliminary, you have already studied it, that what is the fossils is called in SSC, that in social studies the fossils is the impression of an animals or plants or anything that is there may be some machinery, tools, etc., which was buried on the earth crust. This is called the fossils. But here, in respect of coal and petroleum, as the dead remains, it is totally dissolved on this or totally merged on that area or that layer. It is called as fossils. So, fossil fuels, that is, we got the fuel from that of the rocks or from the storing rocks. These rocks is also called reservoir rock. This is the fossil fuel. So, if you have to define it, then you have make two column. You have to make two column. Then you have, first of all, you will define it. It is the fossil, this is the fossil fuel, and then example. It will complete your answer. Okay, from fossil we got the fossil fuels. Okay, but fossils have another definition. Now, natural gas is considered as important as the fossil fuel can easily be transported through pipelines. So, this is one importance. That is, what is the importance of CNG? That is easy to carry. That is, it can be flown through pipelines. It is gas. It is stored as CNG, which is used for several purposes and also used as a starting material for manufacture of chemicals and fertilizers. Number 2 is the industrial use. That is preparation of chemicals and fertilizers. Number 3, okay, you cannot see that part. Number 3 is that natural gas does not cause pollution and has high calorific value. Less pollution and high calorific value. You have studied earlier what is the calorific value on the combustion and flame of chapter. So, these are the advantage of using CNG over coal and petroleum. There is another question, that why CNG is called as cleaner fuel. Yes, the CNG in natural gas, CNG, the full form you know, this is compressed natural gas. The composition is same, NG, that is natural gas. Now, natural gas is our household use the cylinder for in the kitchen is also in the gaseous form. But here, if we know compressed it, then it will take a large area, because as it is gas, it should be compressed. So for this, it is compressed to form a liquid. And the emission of natural gas is 50% less, that the less carbon dioxide, less carbon monoxide, less sulfur dioxide compared to that of the fossil fuel, that is coal and petroleum, that is basically the petrol or diesel. Okay. In India, vast reservoir of natural gases are found in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Tripura and river delta and Krishna Godavari. Because where there is a well for petroleum, there we will also got the natural gas, because from the picture from page number 59 you will be conscious about that matter. Okay, now consequences of the burning of fossil fuel. Consequences is that, first of all, increasing air pollution, global warming. Okay, why should we use fossil fuel economically? First one, because it is in limited quantities, and burning this fuel also causes air pollution as well as global warming. How we can save petrol or diesel while driving? There are some steps that is told by the authorities, that how we decrease the use of petrol and diesel. Okay, so that's all for the chapter. Okay, here it is mentioned also in the lower half of the section 5.4, some natural resources are limited in that area, and there is a name, what is the full form of PCRA, Petroleum Conservation Research Association. PCRA, Petroleum Conservation Research Association. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Any confusion?